everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and we'll start off talking about what's going on in the Adult Services Department. Besides all of our clubs that regularly meet, Scrabble, Pinochle, Knitters, Button Club, and we have 7 or 8 book groups now that meet. There are a few special programs going on that I want to tell you about. So the first is what you should do if you have an emergency. This will be presented on Wednesday, December 6th at 1 p.m. and then also again at 7 p.m. This will be presented by Nora Helfrich, the Director of Tri-Community EMS, where she will discuss what happens once you place a 911 call and what you can do to help the call dispatcher. She says that what you do can and does make a difference. Mm-hmm. So I had to call 911 once when someone broke into my house. Someone known to me.
I called once when I set the house on fire.
Oh, that's right. Elaine set the bathroom on fire.
And I'll tell you, I'm sure it does make, because I was kind of panicky and not really able to give her I wasn't able to stay calm, so I think that's another important thing to remember. But I'm sure, what you do in that time that you're making the phone call from the time that they arrive at the scene does make a huge difference.
Makes a huge difference. So Nora will be here Wednesday, December 6th, again, 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So hope to see you there. Thursday, December 7th at 7 p.m., we'll be starting a new group. It's Coloring for Grown-Ups.
I didn't know this.
You didn't know this?
No.
I will be facilitating this group. So we'll have a quiet space, which is the fireplace room. We'll have beautiful coloring pages, coloring pencils, markers, crayons on hand, so you don't have to bring anything. And you get to enjoy a peaceful hour of coloring. We're going to have some
Coloring is so relaxing.
Soothing music on, yes. So coloring has been shown to promote wellness and creativity. So all you have to do is grab a friend, bring a soft drink or a snack if you'd like. Sit back and have a good time with us. So we're going to do this once a month, but this will be our inaugural...
What are we calling it?
Coloring for Grown-Ups.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Then about stress reduction, how to have an anxiety-free holiday season. Also, Wednesday, December 7th at 7 p.m. So this is presented by Paula Kaufman-Oberly, and she will discuss how anxiety works in our brain and our body, common symptoms, impact on our health, and will help you develop some strategies to manage anxiety. Holidays have always caused me great anxiety.
I was just going to ask that. Do you get stressed? Because you don't even have kids. So
I
think that's
kids,
part of it is just the shopping and, making it even and getting it all done in time. But what do you find most stressful?
Family.
Just having to be with them?
Yes. Ever since I was a little kid. I mean, it's just, it's the excitement, and there's just so much going on. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was, probably 4, and my mom, I would get very anxious, and I didn't want to leave my mom on Christmas Eve. So my brother, she was walking my brother downstairs to take a shower, and she said she turned and looked at me and said, "Chrissy, what's wrong?" And I said, "Nothing," and then I threw up all over my brother's head. So,
oh my!
He was on the steps beneath me, so it went all over my brother's head. So that was the start of an annual anxiety-ridden season for me.
Yes. I think everybody experiences it, for different reasons. But I really think that stress is on everybody at this time of the year, and it should be. And every year I say, that I'm not going to make them stressful, but
can't help it.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, I think so. So you should come either to coloring.
I'm going to come to both.
Or come and hear
for both.
how to deal with holiday anxiety.
Excellent.
We have another program. It's called Get Covered, Stay Covered, presented by the YWCA on Friday, December 18th from 2 to 4 p.m. The YWCA will be taking appointments to help you with your healthcare applications. We ask that you please call the library or dial 211 to schedule an appointment. Then we have this great new service that we just went live last week that I wanted to tell you about. Of course, it's a free service. It is the library, so almost everything is always free. It's called Artist Works for Libraries.
There are 7 billion people on this planet. all connected by a beat and a rest, a call and a response, a note that vibrates and multiplies into a chord that resonates between each and every one of us. It's a conversation, a collaboration, an invitation to play. Some accept that invitation and dedicate their lives to showing us the glorious potential of this musical language we share, like the artists, the entertainers, the teachers at ArtistWorks. The ArtistWorks platform is a global learning community of artists and amateurs, young and old, spanning the spectrum of instruments and genres, connected by the desire to unleash the music that is in each and every one of us. Artist to student, student to artist. Watch, question, listen, respond, learn to play the music inside of you. Become the player you always wanted to be, in the only way that truly works, ArtistWorks. A conversation, a collaboration, an invitation to play us something special.
For all the twists and turns that we've taken so far, one thing has been consistent. Everything that we have played has been over the same basic harmony, and that's the dominant seventh chord, the classic sound of blues. Now we're going to change the harmony a little bit and see what happens when you have another chord quality other than dominant seventh. And the most common variation that you'll hear in blues, getting away from the dominant seventh, is minor. Very simple. If I'm in the key of A dominant seven, A minor. Now rock tends to be a minor keyed style. Lots of songs in minor keys. So players that have grown up listening to rock, it's a natural gravitation toward that sound, and there's a benefit to the minor sound from a soloing standpoint, which is you don't have to make choices about the third, the minor third, the blue third, the major third. You know, how do I want to color it? Which way should it go? Is it happy or sadder? Once you get that minor chord in there, it's dark. It's going to stay dark, you know. So your solo is going to lean on that dark side, which means the minor. Now, it's still blues, and so even that minor third has that little twist slightly toward major. You can't take it too far because it gets the minor chord. If you really lean on that major third, it can sound a little bit disconcerting. So minor, but with just a little bit of a nudge is about as far as we need to go. And then the rest of it, minor pentatonic, of course, is tailor-made for that sound. The seventh. The blue note on the seventh is perfect. The flat five. Now, we've got our color notes. The second, right? Yeah, the second sounds very nice over that one minor chord. It gives it a little bit of a kind of a mysterious quality, I guess I would call it. Now, the note that might cause a little bit of consternation is the sixth. In the key of A, there's the fifth, there's the seventh. Now, if I'm going to fill that in, should I fill it in with minor sixth or a major sixth? Which one is going to sound right? And the answer is they both work in the sense that they can sound convincing musically, but the decision about which one to play is often contingent on what the next chord is. Now, if I'm in a minor key, I'm playing a minor 12-bar blues, more often than not, the 4 chord, and here we're in the key of A, the 4 chord would be D minor. So I look at the D minor chord and I say, how is that chord put together? Root, fifth, root, third. Ah, the third is...
It's a service that provides patrons with world-class instruction through self-paced video lessons from Grammy Award-winning music and artistic professionals. So it's music and art lessons. It offers you, the user, everything you need for musical and artistic instruction. So the lessons are from like beginner, absolute beginner, to more advanced. So now you
Like
have
any like how to play guitar, like
yeah. So
how
it's
to-
I know for a fact there's guitar, percussion, violin, fiddle, banjo,
excellent.
piano, voice, and then there is art like drawing instruction too. Oh, there's also like DJ scratching.
Cool.
So they're all video lessons. So it's a way, you know, it's free. So if you can't afford private lessons,
Sure.
it's a great way to get
great
to get a
service.
start. And also like with the guitar lessons, you know, they have like jazz, classical, bluegrass. So there's different kinds within each, like French horn. I know French
Excellent.
horn's on there too.
No
And
flute?
Flute, clarinet, upright bass. Yeah, it's
a
pretty
lot of
good.
them.
It's a
That's
pretty
great.
good, yeah.
And all they need is your library card. They can do it from home.
So
They can
all you need, yeah, you can do it. It's an on-the-go learning, so you can access it anywhere in the world, any time of the day. It's browser enabled, so you can do it like on your laptop, view the videos on your laptop or on your mobile device. So it's a Recorded Books digital gateway product. So if you currently use OneClick for your ebooks or e-audios, or Zinio for online magazines, Law Depot, which everyone knows how much I love Law Depot, or Universal Class, you already have an account.
Okay.
So it's one account for any of the Recorded Books digital gateway products. If you don't, it's very simple. You just need an email and a password to create an account. So this is appropriate for youths up through adults. I just viewed the fiddle lesson because I wanted to see what it was like. So I went in and viewed the fiddle lesson on Friday. It's very interesting. So these are all professional musicians and artists that are providing the instruction. I really hope you go and take a look at it because it's a great service. Some fundraising information. We have psychic medium Reverend Debbie Packler will be at the library Saturday, December 5th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Debbie does 20-minute readings for $35, and 20% of the proceeds are donated to the library. You do have to make an appointment, and we ask that you do pay in advance. We have our winter lottery raffle going on. These tickets are on sale through December 30th. They're $5 donation per ticket. Each ticket, you have a 3-digit number. It's good for the whole month of January. And the winning numbers are based on the Pennsylvania Daily 3-digit number drawn at 7 p.m. So prizes range from $25 during the week, $50 on Sundays. There's a grand prize of $500, and there's also a $250 prize. So if you're looking for something for the bus driver, the teacher, the mailman, the garbage man, I don't know, do people still do that?
I think it's very nice when they do.
I agree. So if you're looking for a stocking stuffer, or like my cousins, we don't really exchange gifts.
Right.
We always give a card. So I
Yeah.
usually put one of those in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a great
So-
idea.
And also just wanted to do a wrap up on our Purse Bash, which was held on Friday, November 20th.
A lot of fun.
We had a great time. We had 123 people in attendance. We raised about $3,000. I'm still waiting for a few expense receipts to come in. Just want to thank our sponsors, Al's Cafe, Olive Garden, TGI Fridays, Pasta 2, Level 20 Lounge, Health Tracks, South Hills Jewelers, Massage Envy, Family Video, FYE, AMF Lanes, EV True Value Hardware, Donna Palomera, Nikki Cushy, and Brentwood Bank. And Elaine and I'm thanking us because we did a wonderful job. Elaine put all
It's
the
a lot of fun
baskets
to put
together.
together.
Yeah, it was a great time. And I want to thank Andy Amrine and Al Levine who came and helped
Absolutely.
us and added a lot of charm.
We had them working, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
All night.
Definitely. Very good salesman. So if you missed it this year, we're going to do it again next year. It was a great time. I think everyone had a good time. We were asked if we were going to do it again, and we definitely will. It was a great fundraiser for us. So that is what's going on in the Adult Services
Okay,
Department.
so over to me, over to Children's. And here we are, holiday season already, hence the reindeer antlers that we're wearing, right? We wanted to be festive and get in the mood. And we're trying to do that here at the library for you as well. We have our gingerbread workshop coming up, which is an annual holiday tradition for us. And in December, we also have our holiday open house. So it's the first Saturday of the month, December 5th. And you can drop by anytime between 2 and 4 o'clock. At 2:30, our Readers Theater group is going to be performing The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Jackie's done a great job getting these kids prepared. So they have a little Readers Theater performance for you at 2:30. And then anytime before that and after that, we're going to have some crafts set up for you and some refreshments. And it's a great time to sign up for winter reading. So our winter reading club is different from summer reading in that it only runs for 1 month. It runs only the month of January. And we try to keep it very simple. And on the back of the flyer, which are available by the time this airs, in fact, our flyers will be available both in the Children's Department and online. But on the back of the flyer is your reading log, okay? And we're asking you just to read 20 books or chapters. If you're an older child already onto chapter books, you can certainly list individual chapters as books. Once you have the log filled up, that's 20 books or chapters, you are automatically invited to see our performance. We have Howard Mincone coming back. I don't know if you remember Howard from a few years back. He performed at our Children's Choice Awards. But he is a juggler and a physical comic. So this ties in well with the theme, which I don't think I mentioned. Maybe you can see from the reading log, we have a big circus tent in the clown. So our theme for the month of January is circus. So we have a juggler coming at the end of the month, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, just 20 books or chapters, easy as that. In addition, for each book or chapter read, you'll get a raffle ticket, and those can be put in for our basket drawings, which we will draw on the 1st of February. And we'll call you and we'll let you know if you're a winner. So we have some nice baskets put together for you. So just a little extra incentive to read during these winter months. You know, it's cold outside. It's a good time to cozy up and grab your hot cocoa and read a book. And I still encourage, I do this all the time, but read as a family. Even if you're older. We read chapter books together. The boys and I, they'd kill me for saying so, but even when they were older, we would sit around because they didn't like to read all the time, but they would enjoy listening to me. And I really encourage that.
I enjoy it. We did that story time for grown-ups a couple of years ago, because you're never too old to enjoy being read to.
You're really
it's
not.
So nice.
And I get a lot of questions about, well, if they, how are they going to improve their comprehension? Studies show, even if it's just like listening to a play away. I mean, you can still increase your comprehension skills when you're listening to a book. The only time I think it's important that they read on their own is if you're struggling with fluency. And like you said, it's just enjoyable. Everybody loves being read to. So read as a family this month, and then come to our performance on Saturday, January 30th is when Howard Mincone is coming. Okay? So our holiday open house, again, is December 5th, and we really do hope you drop by, get into the festive spirit with us. And then our programs in January include, let's see, for our little ones, for our birth through preschool crowd, we have Mother Goose on the Loose on Saturday, January 2nd at 10 a.m. So it'll be back weekly later in the spring, like come March is when our weekly story times will start back up. But I know Mother Goose on the Loose is so popular, and we're going to miss you guys too. You can come on Saturday, January 2nd and February 6th, both at 10 o'clock. And then in January, we're having something called Messy Mondays. So you can drop by the Children's Department any Monday morning between 10 a.m. and 12 noon and partake in some messy activities that maybe you're not always comfortable getting out at home. I know a lot of parents don't like Play-Doh because it can get into the carpet. It can get into the grooves of your kitchen, your grout or whatever. I get it. But Play-Doh is so fun for kids to play with.
I love the smell.
And I like the smell too, yeah. So we'll be making some homemade Play-Doh. We're going to have water play and finger painting and things that you might not want to always do often at home, but it's really important to a child's development, and it's just fun. Come do it at the library, Messy Mondays. So that starts, I don't know what the first Monday in January is, but it's that first Monday of January and then every Monday thereafter. We're also hosting Play Shop in January. This is for anyone between, infant to toddler, 0 to 3 years old. Wednesdays, January 6th through February 3rd at 10 a.m. And Play Shop is just an open free play time where families are invited into our program room and we pull out special materials and toys that aren't in our family place area. So they're a little bit special. The kids haven't seen them before, or not as often anyway. And it's just free time for them, but we have a different topic each week. So we're going to focus on early literacy. We're going to focus on child development. We're going to focus on nutrition, speech and language development, and then finally music, because music is so vital to a child's early
Incredibly
literacy
vital.
skills. So free play for the kids, but then the parents will have an opportunity to talk with a resource professional on each one of those topics. We'll have a dietitian here. We'll have a speech pathologist here. We'll have, I'm not sure who our music person is yet, but we will have someone from the community that will be there to answer any questions and offer advice. So no registration is necessary for that. And then on Tuesday, January 19th, for our preschoolers, we have show and tell. And I thought this was a great idea. It actually came from the conference that Jackie and I attended back in September. But, you know, especially right after the holidays, kids are going to be so excited to share what they
Yes,
got.
that's true.
And kids love to talk. And there's another early literacy. We want to develop their narrative skills, right? We want them to talk, and it's important to listen. So this is a great opportunity for kids to come in and tell us about their favorite toy or their special, you know, what they did over the holidays or something that they created, perhaps. So we are taking registration for that, and it's ages 3 to 5. It's on Tuesday, January 19th at 11 a.m. And then our preschool story time starts back up earlier because we go through the alphabet. So in order to make sure that we get all the way to Z, preschool story time is going to start on Friday, January 22nd, and I'll run all the way up until May. But as I said, all of our other story times won't start until March. So that's for our little ones. Then we have our school age crowd. We never want to leave them out. Harry Potter Book Club, Tuesdays in January at 7 p.m. And it's amazing how Harry Potter appeals to such a wide audience,
Absolutely.
right? My 7-year-old nephew, who lives in Michigan, was telling me a couple months ago that he started reading Harry Potter with his dad. They do it together at
That's a
nighttime.
good family
And I
reading
thought
book.
to myself, yeah, Robert read him. I read the first one, never got all the way through the series, believe it or not. I said, well, now that he's reading it, let me read the first one, and then when he comes in for the holidays, maybe I can read him a chapter, and we can at least talk about it. So we Skyped him, FaceTimed him. I'm so excited because now I have an iPhone and I can FaceTime. So we FaceTiming, I guess, last night. And lo and behold, I'm not going to be able to do that because I still didn't read it. He's already on book 3.
Oh,
Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't know how much I'll be able to, because I don't really even remember much from the first book, but he's loving it. Like I said, already on book 3, and it's funny too how, you know, so he just enjoys the adventure, fantasy, just all.
Yes.
But the grown-ups that I know that like it, Miss Sarah up in Children's, this is like her favorite book series ever, and she likes it for the life lessons. That's why I want to go back and
life
read it. I mean, she
lessons,
really has learned a
absolutely.
lot from that book,
Yes.
and enjoys going back and rereading. It brings her comfort, she said. So Harry Potter's just one of those books I think it's going to be popular forever, really,
Yes.
and with different people for different reasons. But if you are a Harry Potter fan, you're going to want to come to the Harry Potter Book Club. Again, Tuesdays in January at 7 p.m. And then we have a Mario Kart Club. This came a request. We always do enjoy your suggestions. We want to provide for you what you would like. So someone said, hey, can you do a Mario Kart Club? And we said, sure, why not? So 3, 2, 1, go. Grab your friends and join us at Mushroom Gorge. We will be racing to see who wins the Mushroom Cup. Create your own characters, course, and cars during this 4-week club. So I know Sarah's busily collecting things. She's collecting boxes so that she can make these, so that you guys can make these cars. So she's going to run it Thursdays at 6:30.
I really like that it's not video game.
It's
play.
not, you're not going to come and play. You're not going to come and play Super Mario, but you're going to get to create your own world and create your own
I like
cart and
that.
that type of thing.
I really
so
like
it'll be a
that.
lot of fun. American Girl Book Club is still going strong. We're starting up again in January. Journey through time with the American Girls. Book selection will be announced at the time of registration. So when you call, we'll give you the book title. You come in, you check it out, you read it on your own, and then you come to the book club to discuss and do an activity. We're also starting an American Girl Craft Club Saturdays in January, kind of like a drop-by activity again. We'll have lots of fun little craft ideas for you to create for your doll. It's got some neat ideas on Pinterest, like making little earmuffs for your American Girl doll. Yeah, you can do like
fun.
matching bracelets and matching headbands for you and your doll. And we'll have some hot chocolate and some refreshments set up for you as well. So that's Saturdays in January. Puzzle Day is Friday, January 29th. Do you enjoy doing puzzles?
I am a puzzle freak, whether it's jigsaw puzzle, crossword puzzle, word search puzzle.
I didn't know that about you.
I love puzzles. And even I look at when I have to do the budget every year, I look at that as a puzzle too.
That would be a
You
big
know, so
puzzle,
they have
yeah.
this has your income has to match your
Yeah.
expenditures. Love
I'm
puzzles.
sure that makes it a little more,
Yeah.
I don't want to say enjoyable to do, but a little
It
more
is.
manageable.
I'm one of those weird people that enjoys that stuff. So
Yeah, I don't have the patience. We did a whole PNC Park, but we didn't do it. We had it out. And my mom would work on it more than any of us. I tend to get frustrated with the jigsaw puzzles, but I love crossword puzzles and word searches.
with jigsaw puzzles, I think for me, there's an end product.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's,
So it's working
usually
towards that.
pretty. Yes, it's
Yeah.
usually working towards a goal. We do it on vacation. You know, Michelle and
Oh.
I vacation together with
It's a
her
great
family,
idea.
my family, and that's one of the things we do. We start it, you know, when we get there on Saturday, and we have to have it completed by Friday.
Ah,
Yeah, so you
oh, I
sit
like
for
that.
20 minutes here or there, and you know, while you're
Yeah.
eating your lunch or
Oh, that's a neat idea.
while you're waiting for everybody else to get ready to go out to dinner. and
Yeah,
you know,
something to pass the
Yes.
time. That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
it's become a tradition.
My favorite game on the phone is that Scramble, which is like Boggle, which I mean, it's a puzzle of
It's a
sorts.
puzzle. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do. But I wanted to celebrate National Puzzle Day. So it's a school day, I know, but Friday, you know, most kids are home from school. I know buses usually like 10 to 4. So from 4 to 5, right before the library closes, we're going to have a puzzle set out. And our goal will be to finish it in that hour. So as many
Oh.
people as possible, come help us do the puzzle. We'll also have puzzle packs for you to take home. Things like crossword puzzles, word searches, unscramblers, things like that. And if you do it over the weekend and you bring it back that following week, we'll have a small prize for you.
I'll be
So-
over to work on that puzzle between
Yes, well,
4
we
and
will need
5.
your help. It sounds like you're a puzzle expert.
I love it.
Good. Make sure you're working that day.
Okay.
January 29th. And then a lot of fun stuff coming up in February, but we'll talk about that on the January show. So as far as the teens are going, there's some teen programs out there that you're going to want to check out. But we're also running another contest for the teens. Do you remember when we did eye bombing?
I loved eye bombing.
Because you helped us judge.
Yeah, I thought it was the greatest idea. I hadn't heard of eye bombing prior.
Well, and there's yarn bombing now too that we might do later in the year.
Yarn bombing
Yeah.
sounds like toilet papering to me.
Kind of, exactly. But you're doing it with yarn, so it's much prettier than toilet paper.
Do you need permission from, like, is this?
Well, yeah, so I'm not sure. We're not doing yarn bombing just yet, but I just
Okay.
wanted to throw that idea out there that it exists. In January, we're going, our scavenger hunt in the summer was super popular.
Yes.
We had staff doing it, and
I
we were
like
stumping
scavenger
staff.
hunts, too.
So we're doing another scavenger hunt of sorts. We're hiding 10 paper candy canes all throughout the library. You'll just have to come in, pick up your sheet down in the children's department. But you'll want to go everywhere looking for these candy canes. And once you tell us where all 10 candy canes are located, you'll get a free candy cane, which isn't much of an incentive to come in. I don't even know if teens like candy canes. But in addition to getting a free candy cane, you will also be entered into a drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card.
Oh,
Just
well,
for coming in. We're hoping that as you're looking for these candy canes, you might spot a book that you want to check out too, right?
see some of
We
the-
just want to get you in here.
See some of the other cool stuff that goes on in the
Yes,
library.
absolutely.
And they don't make this easy because we tried, you know, the scavenger hunt.
I'm
over the
putting
summer.
Jackie on it again. Jackie really makes it tough.
Jackie makes it very hard. So don't think
That's
you're
a
coming in
challenge.
and you'll be done in 10 minutes because,
You might be, but I would say allow yourself more like 20, 30.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then check out all the cool stuff that's going on at the library that you may have forgotten about.
absolutely. So we want the teens to stop by this winter too, and we hope that you will. If you have any questions or anything, for us, for anything that we've talked about on today's show, you know what to do. You can give us a call,
Or visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.